So many pharmaceutical companies and compounding pharmacies make HCG. It's very readily available. And HCG in men is really an extremely useful natural substance. It's a hormone because it has the ability to stimulate the testicles to make testosterone and make sperms, unlike giving someone testosterone. When you give someone testosterone from the outside, actually you depress his sperm count, sometimes all the way to 0. So if that person is planning on an immediate pregnancy, then you can't really give him testosterone, you have to give him HCG. Because that stimulates both testosterone production and sperm production. That's what the guy needs to get a pregnancy going. He doesn't need a sperm count that's going to go down to 0, which is what testosterone may do. Of course, in medicine or in the body, in the human physiology, there is always exception to any rule. I mean, somebody can smoke 5 packs of cigarettes a day for 50 years and die of old age. But most people that do that are going to have lung cancer, period. So you can't, in medicine, you can never say always or never, because there's going to be an exception to whatever rule that you are talking about. So I have a couple of clients who, despite an extremely low sperm count, who were actually on testosterone and their wives got pregnant. But this is an exception to the rule. Normally that does not happen. And normally if somebody's on testosterone and a year later he says to me, he says, you know, now we're working on having a baby, then I say, fine, gotta get you off testosterone, give you HCG, keep our fingers crossed that now you're gonna increase your sperm count and hope that, you know, your wife gets pregnant. And that can happen in maybe 2 months once you make that change in the plan. But it can take sometimes several more months and a lot more things, because by that point the person usually goes to a fertility doctor where they actually do a sperm count and a lot of other things. And there is additional things you can use in terms of enhancing the ability to get the sperm count to go back up, and also good quality sperms for the pregnancy. But to get back to the HCG, it's a hormone. I don't normally call it a testosterone booster, but I mean, yeah, it stimulates production of testosterone in a very natural way. Not only that, if you're when we give men testosterone, when we give women testosterone, it's usually a cream and that's the end of it. There's nothing to balance it with. But to give a man testosterone in a proper way, usually there's 2 other items that you have to include. So it becomes a package of 3 items. The main one, of course, is testosterone. And the way you take it is either an intramuscular injection once a week, or gel on the skin every day, or there is even pellets that you can stick them, make an incision in the skin, put them under the skin, and they can work for like 4 months. I don't personally like that approach of using pellets, and I have very, very few people, clients, who like the idea, and then of course we have to do it for them. The advantage is that you don't have to mess with getting any testosterone for the duration, which can be as much as 4 months. The limitations of that idea is that you have no control over adjusting the dose. You've already put the number of pellets in the tube that you're going to put under the skin, and it may or may not work out to be an ideal, maintaining an ideal level for that whole time. So you don't have 100% control. Whereas the other ways, we make adjustments whenever we have to, when we get blood tests and we check the levels and all that, once in a while. So to me, the most practical ways are either injectable once a week or gel on the skin every day. Most people want the effect as soon as possible, and therefore most people go for the injectable once a week, because that's how you're going to feel testosterone effect in the quickest way. Because if you, providing you have the right dose, then you should feel something within 4 to 5 weeks, such as increased energy, better brain function, maybe increased libido, although that could take longer period than that. And actually with any hormonal adjustment and all the benefits a hormone does, all the benefits don't come in the same day. They just kind of like happen over a period of time. And the slowest of these is the growth hormone, because you can spend 2 or 3 months just beginning some of the effects, and then some of them may not come in for 6 months, and then a few like skin rejuvenation may not really happen until 9 months or close to a year.